when exactly I found out that kinship existed. It just emerged at some point in my life, while I was learning a lot from our pastor at the time. And I didn't even know the word ally existed, I think, until I discovered kinship. So I just remember I've appreciated ever since discovering kinship, and I think it was around the time that I saw a screening of Seventh-day Adventist. I remember really appreciating the fact that I had exposure to a lot of different people, and I could learn a whole lot more than I knew at the time, which was not that much. I remember going to a kinship camp meeting when it was held in Pomona, California, and I couldn't describe how I felt being in the worship service with a room full of people who hadn't necessarily or didn't necessarily have a church community. And this was as close as it got to be an Adventist and part of the rainbow community that wasn't accepted in regular churches, regular, whatever that means. And just worshiping together, worshiping old songs that I remember growing up with and new songs I'd never heard before. The enthusiasm of everyone that participated in the worship program. And I did not expect Saturday night and the fun stuff that happened Saturday night. That was like crazy and cool all at the same time. And looking back, I realized some people that I met that day would become important to me at some point in the line. I would get to know them better. I just didn't know that. I was just there, just absorbing a new space that I had not been in before. And I think since then, kinship has meant education and learning for me, a lot of new relationships, and I became a better person for the things that I learned and the people that I met along the way. It's been a resource. When someone asks me a question and I don't know how to answer it, I know that I have people to go to who can guide me. And I've learned the gentleness and patience that comes with educating a world that doesn't understand a lot of the time. Not just our Adventist world, but our broader Christian community. Okay, that's it for now. Can you stop recording for the minute?
Oh, can I stop recording? Sure. It's okay to think. I'm very fond of people having time to think.
Because they'll edit that all out anyway.
Yeah, Justin and Colin will edit as they see fit.
You know, I think
and I'll
about
ask you questions. I'm fine asking you questions, and they can edit me out too if they want, or keep me in.
And if you feel compelled to ask a question, feel free. When I think about when I first discovered kinship and started forming relationships with people both close to me, physically and distant, I had no idea that it would become meaningful on an even more personal level a number of years down the line when my daughter came out as trans female. In one sentence, she said to me, "Mom, I am trans female and I am lesbian." And then further down the line, she said, "Well, I'm trying to figure that part out too." And I was able to sort of navigate that journey with her, knowing that I'd already met other people that had a journey similar to hers. And I had people I could go to say, "Hey, I don't understand this. When I said this, my daughter said this, and I felt like I hurt her. Can you tell me a little bit about what that might mean and how to handle it?" And so I could have those kinds of conversations at my fingertips because of those relationships I formed before she ever told me who she was.
Do you think that you being part of the rainbow world helped your daughter come out to you?
I think my daughter knowing that I was a part of the rainbow world and seeing how I interacted with her queer friends before she ever came out to me was helpful to her. Because even knowing that I was a safe parent and seeing me be in loving, positive relationships with other people in the rainbow, all of us in the rainbow community, wherever we were coming from. She knew she was safe with me, but even knowing that, it took a couple years for her. But I think that knowing must have had a positive impact on her.
Okay, that makes sense. What's it been like for you to have this chat with me and tell these thoughts?
Well, you're a safe person to talk to, so it feels good already because we have established a kind of relationship.
Mhm.
And I just think about the gentle people that I have met along the way that have been my teachers into experiences that I've not had.
Mhm.
I think I can remember when I met a woman named Rhonda Dinwiddie when she walked into my church, and understanding her story as a trans woman also prepared me to understand my daughter's story, even though everyone's story is unique and different and not a replica of somebody else's. But I remember Rhonda telling me when I timidly asked her my first question about her experience, and I didn't want to be offensive in the way I asked my question, but I really didn't know what I didn't know. And she let me know, Kirsten, you can ask me anything. I like people who are inquisitive, and I understand the difference between people who are being naturally inquisitive and want to understand and those who are being hateful and trying to start something negative. So she gave me such a warm and welcoming place to just ask away.